hip, 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 hip.
Could you turn around and have holes in your trousers?
Your shit!
Run around Sue.
Yeah, it is Run Around Sue by Dion.
How's it going?
That's the Lion Sleeps Tonight.
Well, you're along the right lines. I think Sean's dance putting everyone off.
I don't know. I'll never get it. I'll never get it.
Well, I'd like to watch you never getting it.
Stop it.
When Mark plays a real song, you're going to be kicking yourself, because that is just word perfect.
I think she's going to be kicking you, Sean, to be honest.
Not one of mine, is it?
Oh, God, no, we wouldn't have that.
That one of yours that goes...
They're all a bit like that. I'm going to pass it over. I think you know what it is, Jim?
You said it's the Something Sleeps Tonight, right?
Yeah.
The badger sleeps tonight.
Let's hear what it should have sounded like.
It was
My religion.
Yeah. It's called Jamaica.
See, that's the thing. They were doing Losing My Religion rather than this song. The Sidewinder Sleeps Tonight by R.E.M.
Well, of course.
So those three were, of course, Running Up That Hill by Kate Bush. Kate Bush has drawn on a wide range of influences in her musical career. Wuthering Heights was inspired by Emily Bronte. Sat in Your Lap was inspired by Stevie Wonder. And The Man with a Child in His Eyes was inspired by Bill Wyman. Run Around Sue by Dion and the Belmonts. In 1959, Dion was meant to be on board the plane that crashed and killed Buddy Holly. Luckily for Dion, he had a premonition. Unluckily for Buddy, he was a sick bastard and didn't tell him. And The Sidewinder Sleeps Tonight by R.E.M. R.E.M. once played under the pseudonym Bingo Handjob. The audience was crammed with confused pensioners hoping for a full house. Straight down Kelly's eye, number one. So over to Phil and Kelly, here are your three intros to Rewrite for Adam.
Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ding, 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 ding.
I think that last bit gave it away.
I think we're back to Bill Wyman again. Baby Love.
Here's Baby Love.
Right, you ready, yeah? Okay.
That's nice, that's good, that's really good.
That's, either Batman or that's the Ruts with Babylon's Burning.
It is the Ruts with Babylon's Burning, well done.
Okay, you take.
La 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 la
I think the fact that Tora went a bit red gave it away a bit. In fact, I was bunking off school as a result of the lyrics. I don't want to go, I want to be free by you. I don't want to go to school. And I bunked off and you're responsible. That's why I'm here. I've been a lawyer.
Let's hear the original version and probably the best loved. So those three that were so gratefully received were Baby Love by the Supremes. In 1986, the Supremes cancelled a European tour after receiving death threats from terrorists. So if you wasted money on tickets, you can blame it on the Tamil wing of Islamic Jihad. Babylon's Burning by the Ruts, and I Want to Be Free by Toyah. Toyah's hit I Want to Be Free has now almost achieved its aim. It was last seen priced at 10 pence in Oxfam. In December 1996, Toyah turned on the Christmas lights at Cromer in Norfolk. I'm not saying it was unspectacular, but it basically involved opening the mayor's fridge. At the end of that round, Shaw's team have got 3 points, Phil's team have got 5.
Cromer is like, you know, how did you find out you've never been to Cromer?
I've been to Cromer.
He lives there.
I've never been to me, but I've been to Cromer. Next up, it's band names. So, Sean, Toyah and Tom, watch, if you can, this clip of Wet, 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 seen here performing the top 5 hits, Sweet Little Mystery.
Little mystery, that inside, such a didn't I come to give you answers, wonder to your life?
Well, how do you think Glasgow's Wet, Wet, Wet came about their apposite name?
Marty's bed sheets on cold turkey.
Was Wet 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 the undercover operation to find out about his drugs operation? And the rest of the band were actually undercover cops. And they said, Operation Wet Wet Wet, and they didn't bother telling Marty.
That'd be a very elaborate sting, that one, wouldn't it? They'll set up a band, have a few big hits, wait till he gets into heroin, and then nab him!
I think it's got something to do with the weather report in Glasgow. I don't think it's a fantastically brilliant origin of the name.
Is Toyah your real name?
Yes.
No, I'm not. I'm just asking.
Yes, it is.
You're not in court. Is that your real name? Yes, Your Honour! So, where's that from? It's an unusual name.
I'm not telling you.
Come on,
It's Mexican Red Indian. There's a tribe of Red Indians called Toyah.
Anyone know where it might have come from?
I haven't got a clue.
The man's name actually came from the Squirty Poletti song, Getting, Having and Holding, the line being, his face is wet, wet with tears. Marty Pellow and company added the third wet to differentiate from 80s names like Duran Duran, Talk Talk, and and presumably Wet Wet. Anyway, I can't give you any points for that. Despite Marty Pellow's millions, his mum still lives in a council flat, and even more surprisingly, she still wears gore-blimey trousers. Phil, Adam and Kelly, Anaghi gets drunk with this unforgettable number from Chumbawamba.
I get knocked down, but I get up again. You never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You never gonna keep me down.
Chumbawamba.
Is it an anagram of One Hit Wonder?
Right, first time they came down to London to sign their record deal, they were out and they actually bumped into Jonathan Ross and they said, do you know somewhere good we can go for the night? And Jonathan went, Chum, Bar-Wumba. And they went, hey, like the sound of that. Or
Someone get me a crossbow. I'm going to bag me a Jupiter's.
Hold that thought, mark the bolt.
A little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, wherever I aim, it's going to get him.
Or the other theory I have is that they're not even sure that that's their name, but Lester Piggott is that bloke's uncle, and he came up with the name. And we need a band name, uncle, and he went, Rumble Womp. And actually, they're called Rumpelstiltskin, but they don't know.
Is Lester Piggott a Wookiee now?
Lester Piggott is not a Wookiee. That is a Wookiee.